This is a webinar on the blemish balm to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the blemish balm. So, looking at the image, it's the blemish balm family, and we have the classic blemish balm cream that we're all used to, and the blemish balm fluid, the newest addition to the family. And in this webinar, we're going to answer what the difference between the blemish balm cream and the blemish balm fluid is, what it is, and how to sell it better than before. The introduction to this blemish balm. So, what's the biggest problem people face with their skin? And mostly it would be dehydration, impurities, or hyperpigmentation. And we know that the root of all those skin problems is dehydration. So then we're going to answer, what is blemish balm and how does it help those specific skin conditions, and the history of blemish balm, and what the target customers are, and the selling arguments for the blemish balm family. So what is blemish balm? Blemish balm is concealing cream, and it does aid in healing of problem skin. What blemish balm is it is not just foundation, and it is not a heal-all skin medicine. It's not acidic, and it does not contain parabens. So going into the blemish balm ivory fluid. So the blemish balm fluid is broken down between two types. There's the regulating care and there's the essential care. And within the regulating care, there's the color ivory. And the effects of the regulating care fluid is that it regulates, so the sebum production is normalized. It has long-lasting matting effects. It conceals, reduces redness and inflammations, and the skin feels silky without any mask effect. Something that makes it different from the cream because of its thinner consistency. And then we have the selling arguments for the fluid, and that it's a quick and uncomplicated day cream. So it's marketed as if it's just a quick one-time on and go. So it's replacing your daily skincare and putting your foundation on all at once. And what it does is it conceals your blemishes, and it has like a matting effect on your skin. So the main active ingredients for the regulating care fluid is Seboclear, rosmarinic acid, bisabolol, and licorice root extract. And if you go into those ingredients, then you can see that the Seboclear has anti-inflammatory properties. It normalizes your sebum production. So that's why it would be the regulating care. It helps to regulate your sebum. And then you have, bisabolol, which also goes into the same dimension, and that it's anti-inflammatory, and it diminishes irritations, and it's calming, as most skin with impurities is inflamed and not calm. And then we have the licorice root extract, which does the exact same thing. It's anti-inflammatory, and it calms and heals. So if we jump now to the essential care fluid, this essential care is more for customers who have dry skin or normal skin, not really suffering too much from impurities. So it moisturizes and conceals, and it protects against loss of moisture, which the regulating care does not. So that will be the difference between the regulating and essential. And it does the same thing. It makes your skin feel silky and, with like a mask effect. And, in the same way, because it's a fluid texture, it's quick and uncomplicated. And there's no feeling of tautness. And there's like a surge of moisture that comes on, which is within the essential line because of its target towards dry skin. And in the same way, it does not have parabens, and it's for even complexion. And the main active ingredients within the essential line beige is aqua rich, rosmarinic acid, panthenol, and allantoin. So aqua rich is something that's in the essential line that's not in the regulating line as the main ingredient, in the way that aqua rich is a moisturizer, so it reduces the tool. And that's something that people with dry skin suffer from, their overactive tool production. So the essential care fluid will lower that. And we have panthenol, which is a humectant, so it helps retain water, and it treats sunburn, irritations, and dryness, which all stem from dehydration. So then we go into the blemish balm creams, and all the creams are within the regulating line, but that does not mean that if you have normal dry skin, you cannot use it. But the cream is a little special in the fact that it's anti-inflammatory properties, but it also stimulates regenerating processes, and it for the reason is it was developed for after the green peel, so it helps to protect your skin after the green peel when your new skin is growing. So it protects the skin from environmental factors such as the sun, and it also conceals because of the tint that it provides. And if you try some on like a mosquito bite or insect bite, and you can feel the instant soothing, calming feeling. So the selling arguments of the Blemish Balm is that it's a multi-tone. It balances your skin tone, and it balances your blemishes. It gives you perfect complexion, and this is dermatologically developed because Dr. Meg Christine Sharma is a dermatologist, and also has clearing power, so it helps prevent new impurities from forming, and it doesn't dry out your skin, and it protects you, and it normalizes any skin disorders, diseases. And the way that it does that is through its main active ingredients. Licorice root is something we mentioned before, panthenol, titanium oxide, and zinc oxide. So licorice root and panthenol are both something that are in the fluids, so that's their similarity. But then the cream here is unique in its titanium oxide, which protects against UV radiation, and zinc oxide, which is like an astringent, and it prevents drying, and it's anti-inflammatory. So now, what's the difference then between cream and fluid? So the cream is more recommended for people who have problems. Their skin would be something that would be considered a problem skin. It needs repair, it needs protection, and it needs moisture. But there's that tint of color, which makes it as if it's like a makeup with a foundation. So it's just doing all of this all at once. The fluid is typically for people whose skin itself, it's good. There's nothing too horrible, too bad about their skin, and it's not an immediate need of repair from damage, but the customer wants slight coverage, and they need moisture in their skin, and they do need makeup, and they want to just kind of get out there, like just a quick makeup process in the daytime, and that's the fluid. So then how do we sell the Blemish Balm? So more than before, how do we sell it? So for the Blemish Balm cream, this is the original, 45 years in the making, and now we're celebrating its 45th birthday. And for 45 years, it's been out and about and very popular. And it may seem like only foundation, only makeup because of its color tints, but it's not just that. It's like a doctor for the skin. So it conceals, it covers, but also it offers the proper treatment that skin needs. And no other brand can do that. Other brands, BBs, are knockoffs of the Blemish Balm, where they just act as makeup, wherein Blemish Balm has so many more properties because of its original history of being developed for after green peel. But the typical audience would be aimed more towards older women because they prefer the thick, creamy texture and more coverage, whereas the fluid is, because of the fluid texture, it's actually thinner coverage, and younger women who don't really want all that heavy feeling on their face would go for the fluid. And the fluid is basically just a quick care, in the morning, forget having all those day creams, putting all that cream on your face, and then you have to put on your foundation, your powders, just put the fluid on and then just get out there. So that's the end of the presentation for the webinar, and if you want to know more about the Blemish Balm, if you have any other questions, you can always contact us here at bbwebinar, and we're always free to answer your questions. And you can always check out our website, which is www.bbwebinar.us, and you can sign up. And if you're a licensed physician, you can just send us your license, and you can just take a look at all this information, which will all be on the website. So thank you for listening, and thank you for joining us.